I've got Megan and her lovely cat Billy with me today, and we're going to do, here's Billy, we're going to do a communication with Billy, and Megan's already shared with me some of her questions. I do apologise, but one of my cats is meowing, she wants to come in, sorry.
Why not?
Come on. Come on. Oh, black cat. She quite often comes to help, this great big lump.
Excellent. Beautiful.
This is Juno. We call her a kitten, but she's not really a kitten.
No.
So quite often my animals will come and join a session, so that's quite normal.
Why not? If only Billy would.
Yeah, which is why it's really nice that I can do this via a photograph as well. So just that we've got Billy here. So I've got some questions already written out. So what I'm going to do, Megan, I'm just going to go a little bit quiet while I connect with Billy, and then I'll just jot down some of my first impressions. I'll share them with you, and then we'll move on into the communication, if that's all right.
Okay.
Lovely. Okay.
Lovely.
I've got a really big smile on my face. He's just got this lovely energy, a huge, huge heart.
Mm-hmm.
I've written that he's rather charming.
Charming.
Yeah, rather charming, yes. Yeah, he can't help but smile in his company. He's just got this lovely energy about him. He's been here before. He's definitely an old soul. He's quite the cat in all his prowess and can look after himself, though he chooses to stay with your family. He's very happy, in particular because you don't make demands on him that he has to stay in, that he has to be in every day. He loves this freedom he has in his life. I'll go into asking your questions shortly, but I just checked in with him to see what he needs, and animal communication would be good. He's very independent, and he didn't need very much at all. So I asked him about if he needs anything in his nutrition. He says he catches his own, it's mighty fine.
Mm-hmm.
He also said he didn't really need any like colour therapy or flower remedy or any homeopathy, laser, anything like that. He doesn't have a lot of needs. But when I mentioned massage, he's like, oh. And he really likes to have that being touched and that connection. He's really happy to have that. So anytime you want to massage him, his body, he's all up for that. Animal communication, yes, he would like that. And he actually, I use muscle testing, so I don't know if you saw me using my fingers there, but I use muscle testing, and a crystal would be good for him.
All right, which one?
So tiger's eyes popped into my mind, which is a great stone for grounding and for security and stability.
Okay. Where should I put it?
So it could be in his environment. So if it's too small, he might just play with it and then it will disappear. But you could hide it in his favourite place to sleep, in his bed, or where he regularly hangs out. So it could be in a cushion where he sleeps, or near his feeding if he's near his food bowl.
Okay.
Yeah, but where he sleeps, where he's prone to sleeping, in that area is good.
Okay.
Yeah, very independent. He's sort of like, well, I don't need anything.
That's Billy. Life is on his terms.
Yeah, and he chooses to stay. That was very key for him. He chooses to stay. So I'm going to go in and ask a few more questions. Well, quite a few more questions. So bear with me while I just go quiet. You might see me laughing or expressions on my face. That's totally normal. I will share all of this with you.
That's okay.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay. His character's certainly coming through, that's for sure.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. He had lots to say. I could hardly keep up with writing. There we go.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So would you like to have a little listen to what he's got to say?
I'd love to.
Okay. So we'll start off with asking him about his food.
Mm-hmm.
And do you like your food? He said, yes, my food is best. He's referring to the furry things he catches.
Yeah.
Asked him what his favourite food is. He said, mice and birds, yum. Some biscuits are good as a treat, and cheese if I can get it.
Okay.
His favourite place to sleep, he said, in a sunbeam. Or he gave me a picture of him on a crochet blanket, like a crochet blanket.
A cream one.
Oh, is yeah, that's his favourite. Yeah, they're his favourite places.
Did he say on a sunbeam?
On a sunbeam, yeah. So if he can lie where the sun's coming in, that's like
Yes. He loves it.
Yeah, absolute bliss. Yeah.
Oh.
He said his favourite thing to do if he's not out adventuring, which is what he calls it, going out adventuring.
Yeah.
Being fussed by you. He calls you mum. Right, being fussed by mum. Yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him if there's anything he didn't like to be doing or wouldn't like to be doing, and he said I wouldn't like it if I was shut in all day, all the time, and that made him feel really claustrophobic, like his head's in.
Yeah. No, he's an outdoor cat.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, and he loves to be out adventuring. He said, and I have everything I need. Everything I need.
Oh.
Yeah, he said that a couple of times actually. I asked him if he prefers to be indoors or outdoors. Outdoors I've underlined. He said it's best by night, and he said but it's nice to come in the daytime. But he want to be in all day. It's sort of like having access to both. Yes. But yeah, he likes that day, but in by day, best by night. Oh, I asked him what he dreams about, and he said, I like lots of things. I dream about lots of things, mainly grass. He's in the grass, he's watching in the low light. So, you know, when it's the sort of the dawn, when the moon's coming down and the sun's coming up, that sort of half light. He loves to watch the world in that half light. But he also dreams about cheese. He said it smells amazing. I suspect he's getting cheese on his trips out. We'll share more about that.
Yeah, he's found somewhere. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
I asked him how old he is. I always love asking animals this because they have a very different view on age.
Okay.
And he said, oh, I'm about 8 or 9.
Okay. Well, he might be.
You don't know.
He might be, because I can't actually remember when we got him.
Yeah.
And Ronnie the dog is 6.
Yeah.
So I think and we had him from the rescue, so he could be. So yes.
Oh,
excellent. Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said. I asked him if he liked his name. He said, oh yes, Billy Boy, he called himself.
That's what I call him. Come on, Billy Boy.
I asked him what his favourite colour is, and he said red, like the sunset. That's his favourite colour. I asked him if he would like to go on a holiday. He's like, no, absolutely not. I asked this question just for comedy value because I work with cats, dogs, horses, lots of other animals. But did he receive any training before he came to you? He's like, training? You can't train me.
No.
I asked him what he likes the most about his life. He said, I'm very loved and I'm free to be me. Yeah, it's that freedom to be himself.
Yes.
I asked him what he liked least about his life. He said, well, the rain, that can be, especially because I'm out. He said, I'm not So he gave me like, he'll go and find a little place to hide, but a drip will always get him on the face, and it's like, oh, it's not his favourite thing.
No.
I said, what's his role? Billy, what's your role and purpose in life? And he said, to teach absolute trust. And he said, and I practice the lesson with my family all the time by disappearing. That's very helpful. He's got a few more.
Thanks, Billy, for that one.
Yeah, thank you for that. He's got a few more bits that sort of add to that as we come to communication. I asked him what his life was like before he came to you, and he said it was okay. It was okay. He said, at the time I was loved, but it got a bit human scary at times, which ties in with what you'd said about him not being treated nicely by other people. So he had a loving home.
The neighbours.
Yeah. So he called it human scary. I asked him if there's anything that we could know from his past that might be helpful, and he said not that's really of any use. I've got everything I need. I asked him if there's anything we could know that would better understand him, and he said, you do so well, and you let me go adventuring. That's the most important thing. How do you feel about the other animals and people in our home? He said, I enjoy their company on my own terms.
Yeah.
I asked him who his favourite person or friend is, and he said, Mum, absolutely you. You're his favourite.
Yeah.
I asked him if he'd like to have any other animals or people in the home. He's like, no more.
No.
And I underlined that, actually. He's like,
no,
absolutely not.
Yeah, I know that.
Did you know that?
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't suit either of them.
Yes.
We've got two only children that they get on fine. You know, Billy is very independent. He comes and goes and does his thing. Ronnie is just spoilt rotten. He's the dog. They're both spoilt rotten, I have to say, but Ronnie more so, and because he doesn't, you know, he hasn't got the freedom to go off a wandering.
Yeah.
You know, so Ronnie, but Billy and Ronnie together get on. They sort of play until Billy's had enough, and then he cuffs him, and that's the end of that.
Amazing. Yeah, absolutely amazing. Oh, I asked him if you spend enough time with, if he thinks you spend enough time with him. Oh, you do indeed, he said. Yes. And I asked him if there's anything that you could learn from him, and he said, well, be more adventurous.
Oh, go adventuring with him.
Yeah, be more adventurous. Whatever that looks like for you, but be more adventurous. Absolutely.
What does it look like for Billy? Okay.
His adventuring is being able to go and explore, and there's no limit on his boundary. There are no boundaries. There are no limits, I suppose. That's interpretation of that. I asked him if you had had a past life together, and he said, yes, we have, absolutely.
Really?
Yes. He said, as your companion cat, keeping you company and relaxing with you, and of course, mousing for you. And he gave me a shot of a long time ago where the accommodation was really quite simple, and it was before there was electricity, and he was keeping all the mice and the rats down, and he said, you go way back.
And he's still doing that for me now?
Still doing that for you now, yeah.
Fantastic. Isn't that magical?
Yeah.
Oh,
love that. Oh, I said to him, so what do you see as Mum's purpose in life? And he said, well, Mum's the glue in the family. Everything's brought together from Megan, from you. And I said, is there anything that Mum can do to improve her life? And he said, yes, be more adventurous.
Okay.
And I asked him if there's anything he didn't understand. And he said, sometimes you worry about things that are out of your control. He said, just let that go. Just let that go. he's like, he's like, be more like me. Be like Hakuna Matata, just like shrug it off.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done being a human, but
Yeah. I'll have to practice that one, Billy.
Yeah. I asked him if he can see your aura and if it looks healthy, and he gave me a lovely purple shimmer around your aura. It was beautiful. Yeah, really lovely. Yeah. I asked him when he goes away why he does that, and he said, I'm a free spirit, I'm free. And was there anything we could do to help him change this behaviour? He's like, no, absolutely not. Non-negotiable. I was like, just checking, okay.
Yeah.
I asked him if he had any aches or pains or discomfort in his body, and he said, not me, fit as a fiddle. He's really strong. That's what struck me. Really, really strong. Like really, like if I want to say fighting fit, he's just like quite robust.
Yes.
Is there anything that we can do to make you more comfortable? He said, well, I like the fire and hot water bottles when it's really cold and I'm indoors. He said, but I need to be able to come and go. I asked him if he's happy, and he said, oh yes. He said, I'm allowed to be me. I come and go. He said, it's so very respectful. I really appreciate that.
Oh.
Yeah. Is there anything that we can do to help him, give him better quality of life, or anything that we can do? He said, oh, try not to worry so much. If I'm not home in 5 to 7 sunsets, you could put a sign up or ask the neighbours. But I've got another way, he said. Oh, he said, connect with me in your heart and call me to home with white light in that way. When you worry, I'm frightened. He said, when you connect with me with your heart, it's got to be white light. When you connect with me with your heart, I know. He said, and so he said he sometimes gets distracted when he goes off adventuring. This sort of follows on. Where does he go? He goes across gardens and sheds, and there's a field, but then he also gave me a picture of like a playground on the edge of a field. And he said that takes a little while to get to, but it's full of snacks, cat snacks, and I like hanging out there.
It's like a children's playground.
A children's playground, okay, yeah. He likes to hang out there. There's lots of wildlife for him. Well, cat snacks he calls them.
So there's all brambles all along sort of opposite there, yes. So I guess there's mice in there and
things for him to snack on. Yes.
Yeah.
I asked him about the foxes, and he said they are cunning and smart, but they can't climb trees like me.
Oh.
He said I keep out of the male's way. He said the young ones don't bother me. And the old ones, the young ones and the old ones don't bother me. He said they pass me by, and he said they like the bin food supplies more than I do.
Yes.
So he likes his food fresh.
Yeah.
As in freshly caught. Whereas the foxes, he's saying the foxes, they like the bin food supplies. So I'm guessing that in more the waste that us humans put out. Whereas he'd rather have his fresh.
Yes. He'll go and catch his.
He'll go and catch it, yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I asked him if there was anything he had to share, and he said, I'm a lucky boy to have found my soulmates again. That's you. You're one of them. And I love my home and how much they all care for me. I even like the dog. Which is what you said. You said. And he said, thank you for rescuing me.
Oh.
Amazing.
Oh, well, thank you to Billy for coming to us. It's lovely.
Oh, he said it had to be done. It had to be done. So was there anything that I have said that you thought, oh, can we find out a bit more about that? Or any other questions that have popped up for you?
No. When we first had him, after a few months, he actually disappeared.
Yeah.
For like 3 weeks. And I don't think he'd worked out where he's the patch at the time. I just simply think he got lost.
He got he went off scale, right the other way.
Yes.
While he was away adventuring.
Yeah.
He's got a really big patch. It's really vast.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
I would say, I mean, this is an estimate. I would say it's almost, it could easily be 5 miles. Easily.
Yeah.
Because he'll go wandering, stop, watch, have a little snooze, check out a favourite house. He's definitely got some favourite houses on his route, but then he's got other areas sort of outside. He likes to look for the wilderness more. Well, I say wilderness. I know you're in the city.
You say with the favourite houses, he doesn't go into them. He just uses their gardens and their patches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. No, he doesn't go in.
No.
He's very much. He likes to watch what's going on in the other houses. Oh, I see. Okay. So he's saying one of the things he's watching is that other cats get shut in, and that's not life for him.
No. Oh.
It makes sense now. It's better for him at night time as well. He said there's less confrontation with other cats that are kept in. He said there are other cats out, but there are less. Lots of people keep their cats in at night, and he sees them, and he's giving me the houses with the glowy lights on, and he'll sit in the garden and look and see the cats sat in the window.
Okay.
He's
there saying, "Woohoo! I'm out here."
Free. Yes, I'm going out. I'm going out on patrol. Going to catch my own snack. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it's sort of like. Oh, he's giving me like a bit of a bird's eye view of. I'm just sketching what I've got, which is very crude, but there's quite a big garden, not too far from your home.
Mm-hmm.
Giving me a bit of a. It's very crude, if you can see that. So in the middle is your house. There's quite a big garden, not too far away, and he's given me these 2 circles. This is like his inner, quite close by neighbourhood, and then he's got this much bigger patch, and he doesn't cover all of that in one night, but he'll go off to an adventure. And then these areas are where there's lots of trees or nice gardens. Here is some sort of park or playground.
Yeah.
But there's some sort of trees or little wooded area. It's not, but then these are all the streets. There's lots and lots and lots of streets of houses.
Okay.
Pockets of little gardens or.
Yes. Yeah, we have got a lot. Yes.
So that's the sort of view he's given me.
Okay. Brilliant.
Yeah.
If he's in his inner circle, when I call him, can he hear me?
Yes. Not always straight away, because there's other noise going on, so it depends on the time of day.
Right. Okay.
But he absolutely can hear you. Yeah, well, he says more he can feel you when he's connected, his heart's connected to yours, so it's more about how he can feel you when he's close. Yes, he can hear you too, but not always. Sometimes it's busy, depends on if there's traffic or if there's children or music or.
He's not keen on children. He'll stun them, he'll let them stroke him, but then that's enough. He's off then.
Yeah, he said they're quite noisy.
They are. He's quite right, they are.
Yeah. Oh. So have you got anything else you want me to ask?
No, Ruth, that's lovely. That's really, really lovely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.